It is me, Brandon. We are here. Okay, Transport Fever 2, I know it's happening. We are going to be looking at all of the lines now and cutting the non-productive, like ones that are just not making us money, figuring out what to do to streamline. So let's start with the most non-productive line, line 43. Wow, this is a passenger line with 4 airplanes on it, and it's losing us the most money? Okay, well, let's take a look. Let's dive into this. Okay, it's going between Clarksville and Marietta. Why is it losing so much money? What if we replace all the airplanes with smaller planes? Let's see, what kind of planes are we dealing with here? 8 out of 15. I'm trying to see, so they're just not running full. No, this one's full. For the most part, though, they're not running full. Okay, so let's replace these with a smaller plane. Smaller and cheaper. I think we're gonna go with this one, the Airbus A320. I think we're gonna move all the airplanes to this. We'll see if that makes that more money. Okay, oh, the rest of these are all trains that are losing us money. But these are usually going to make money eventually. They're just losing money at the time that we're looking at them, so let's keep an eye on them. And then line 43, we just fixed that. Line 52 is losing money. Why? Line 52 is taking the tools from here, delivering them to here. Hmm. Well, let's replace all the vehicles with... We'll replace all the vehicles with these. They're a little cheaper on the upkeep. Alright, fine. Let's look at Plastic Train. Plastic Train used to make us so much money. What happened? Plastic Train's just not making us the kind of money it used to make. Hmm. Oh man, it's running almost empty. Oh, and this one's barely got any plastic on it. Yikes. Okay, so we got a bit of a problem with Plastic Train not really making us money. That's sad. I don't know what more we can do there. I think it's because the cargo that was moving around on that train is now taking other routes to get places, as is often the case. I think we're going to end the series on this one. What is this? The 15th one? I think that's fair. I think 15 episodes. We figured out how to make a lot of money, right? Um, I think our next episode, so some of the stuff we're going to start in our next session, I think some of the stuff we're going to work on in our next session is going to be ideas um, like, see this hub that we have here? There's some good and some bad happening here. Say, lots of separate truck stops for trucks to come in and out of, so the traffic is flowing. I like that. It's actually got a factory built into it, which is nice. Oh god, it has all the rubber, but it has no steel. I see the problem. Pause. we need to get so much steel to this thing, and there is none anywhere near here. There is a steel factory here, isn't there? Oh, there's some steel over here. Oh, there it is, steel. Why is that not? We need to just have a lot more vehicles. Okay, manage vehicles. Clone all vehicles. Do it. See if that helps. But yeah, like I think the idea of having a hub and also having the airport connected to the hub. So we have train, we have trucks, we have airport all connected into the hub. If we can even connect, even if we can make a hub that happens to also be a port, that would be even better. Because like if you look here, we're doing okay with all of our moving of food. These guys are you know actively moving a whole bunch of food around our map. So that's if we could have had a like an active honestly right over here would have been a better place. See how we have this here? If we had had all this set up over here, it would have been better. This is working okay though. We've got people, airport, we've got cargo. So and this city just grew like crazy the moment we got it all connected. So that's kind of the whole point. So I think like each town needs to have its own little cargo section, cargo and people section on the edge on my little beltway, right? And then it just moves things to and from the town. But the town itself uh, isn't connected. These outside things are going to be connected. I think that's how I'm going to do them in the future too. So okay, as we assess, let's some of the things that went well here. We made a lot of money, so we definitely figured out how to consistently make over $100 million a year. If you look though, we are losing over 8 million a year on the railroad right now. Mm, that's a lot. So we definitely have some efficiencies that need to be gained. If we're going to use trains, we have to be more efficient with them because these trains that are running empty are just losing money for us. So I think we have to make sure that if there's a train running, the train probably needs to run from its place that has the resource and just directly to a big hub, and that's it. I think that's the way to do it. So these trains are all too specific, and they're just not profiting. Um, So yeah, you can see we're losing a lot of money on airplanes and trains up here. But let's look at what we're gaining money on trucks. So some of these truck lines that we have are very profitable. Some of the airlines that we have are very profitable, mainly the cargo. It looks like the cargo airplanes do a lot more profit than the people. So that's interesting. I think high-speed rail might be the way to go for people. We didn't dabble with that in this particular run, but I do think that might be better for people. Either way, though, I mean, even with all that being said, with all these losses, we're still profiting over 100 and something million a year, right? So it's not horrible. Sorry, this is why I have to end today because I'm actually tired. It has been a grind this month, I'll tell you. Um, but it's good. It's fine. It's actually been very good. To be honest, I'm surprised that I didn't walk away from my normal corporate job sooner. I think I just have like a loyalty complex that like I refused to walk away until it got so toxic that I had no choice, right? But I should have walked away like a year ago and put all my energy into this other thing because it's just better. I'm happier. I feel more fulfilled. Um, I don't have to wake up so freaking early in the mornings and sign on to be on calls where I have nothing to contribute. I don't have to have all of my keystrokes being monitored and tracked, and every phone call and every word I say be scrutinized. So, I'm definitely in a better place mentally because I can tell that that environment was not healthy for me. And the fact that I like survived as long as I did is just a testament to, I guess, my loyalty and B, my adaptability. I kept adapting as best as I could to the situations that were changing around me. But end of the day, I wasn't happy. I think that was obvious. Anybody who knew me, who knew, actually knew me personally during the time that I worked for that company, I was sliding further and further into depression. Um, so wasn't a good fit for me. I learned a lot though about just how dark and evil a corporation can be, how low they are willing to go for profit, how much stuff is verbal and not put in writing because they don't want a paper trail. Even in this age of digital, um, intentionally keeping things off the books. It's very interesting to me. Incredibly shady. And this was not some little tiny bank. This is a very large corporation that I worked for, and they've gotten in trouble before for many of the same things that they're basically trying to do all over again with no regard to the consequences. So, well, the regard to the consequences is basically this is the logic I'm going to tell you is that if settling for the people that complain is cheaper than the profit we get from doing it, then just do the thing that we know is wrong, knowing that we're going to have some customers complain, and just settle because the settlements are cheaper. And this company has such big lawyers, like so many lawyers that they're they're just not afraid. Sad days. But hey, look, we're free. We don't have to deal with that anymore. So say goodbye to this map because I think this is as good as we're going to do. We're at the point now where every time I add another route to something or try to build something, I take money away from something else that was profiting. We've basically maxed it out somewhere between the 150 and 200 range, right? I just can't seem to do it. But look, we just crossed over 10, what is that, billion, trillion? I don't even know. 10 billion, right? We have $10 billion. We could literally build everything we wanted if we wanted to. If only I could take this money and then start a brand new run with this money, that would be great. Like I just sell everything and move on to a new map and but I keep the money. Oh, I wish. But no, alas, we're gonna have to start a whole new map and we're gonna have to start from scratch and build profit once more. It would be great. You know what though? Let's have a little fun. Let's do a wild sell off. Could we sell off every vehicle? How hard is that to sell every vehicle? Hang on. Is there a button, a cheat code, or some kind of hotkey to sell all? Let me I'm Googling here. Just give me a minute. I'm actually quite curious if we can end this by selling all. Transport Fever 2 sell all. Um, okay. Each individual vehicle. Well, I know that, but how can I do sell all? Hmm. Okay, so I have lots of vehicles. Can I select them all? No. Hang on, hang on. No, that didn't work. There's gotta be a way. Hold on. Hmm. I can't quite figure out how to do that. It would be nice if I could. Yeah, there's no like select all, sell all button, unfortunately, it looks like. That would be cool if there was, though. There really should be. Oh, if we could keep growing. I know, we could totally keep growing with this map, but no, we just need to walk away from it. I'm ready to start over. But thanks for watching. We're going to start our session 3 with a refined idea of how to do these little transport hubs a little bit differently. See how that goes. Obviously, it's going to take some time to get to that point, but I might do some off record playing to get us to a point where it's more entertaining. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you for watching. We'll do this again in the future. Farewell.